show us that you actually can win with this underpowered race, the Terran race in the top left, against this overpowered race, the Protoss race in the bottom left. Did I say top left? I mean top right, of course. Clem sending out an early SCV. This should only be a engineering bay block. Kind of doing the same thing that Kyo did to him in the first game. It's crazy when you see how Clem does it, right, with Terran. Sorry, with Protoss. It just makes the race look overpowered. And you sometimes think, is this guy the best Protoss on the world as well, you know? But I think that only is true if you see a PVT of him. But we have him fall. We have him seen fall in that matchup as well against Gumiho, for example, at the Home Story Cup. That was like half a year ago at this point, though. Must be nice being Clem, yeah, definitely. But apparently he had to pay like 62% taxes on his win last year. Imagine you win like, what? How much? 500k or something? And then you have to give away like about 300k to taxes? That's not how it works. I guess so, it is. That's some heavy taxing, yeah. That's because he's like... The income is just way too high, right? It's like rich income. But yeah, you can, of course... I'm not sure what he did with that, but if you're smart about it, like you can invest something, right? If you have an income like that, you want to invest into something and then just write it off tax, basically. So you just try to invest as much as you can, and then even if you can't write it all off tax in this year, you can basically push down your taxes for the next whatever 5 years or so, or 7 years, or 10 years maybe even. So you don't have to pay tax for them anymore, for whatever your income is there. I hope he did that, because it's always a waste to just get drained by the government. I mean, you know, I'm all for taxes, but like if I can avoid paying taxes, I avoid paying taxes, because I mean, I'm gonna buy things anyway, so I'm gonna be part of the economy no matter what. And the government already gets taxes from me when I buy things because of the consumption taxes, right? So there you go. That's my take. Now this marine force is just killing MaxPax, man. Oh, if he would have burrowed the Widowmine just a tiny bit earlier and could have gotten a shot on these stalkers there, he could have killed 2 stalkers instantly. You know, he's just dodging these shots. Look at this. You need to randomize your shots against this man. And he doesn't care. He just even gets out with the units? Is that how... Is this real life? Or is this just fantasy? I'm scared to open this, but I'll still do it. A Hellion and 4 Marines for 5 probes, a Stoker and an Adept? Are you kidding me? This is MaxPax, for fucking sake, we're talking about here on the other end. One of the most abusive Protoss players against Terran. A Raven coming in here. But this was seen from a mile ago, so... Stoker's already warped in here. The Medivac again. He's gonna drop one single middle mine. It's like one drop of salt into an ocean of hot water. He does see, he knows where the Raven is, and now the Medivac's gonna come in. It's not even boosted, it just drops. That probe couldn't evacuate. Oh, and he's gonna unburrow and reburrow, and he's gonna get, oh, a Stalker maybe? 2 probes, yeah? No, 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 oh god, what is he doing? He's toying with him at this point, look at this. This is denying mining time. That's what he's doing. He's denying mining time. It's so crazy. This guy is just insane. That's how you play Terran, by the way. So it's an easy to execute thing, of course. As if, man. I guess everybody watching this, and everybody would have settled for that, like, double probe, right? You're like, alright. I mean, the Stalkers are here. And they have Blink, so realistically against someone like MaxPax, you're not gonna get a Stalker. That's fine. But having 2 probes stacked like that, yeah. Double probe, 100 minerals, that should be good. No, not Clem. He goes for maximum mining time. Now he's gonna lose a Medivac. That is a potentially great snipe, but in the end it is not, because we see 3 kaput Stalkers over here. And the Raven is back with the army. He does have an anti-armor missile ready if it comes down to it, but there's not really that big amount of zealots. And Clem again is making his race look overpowered. He's making this look easy. Oh, he's gonna potentially catch the Colossi. Oh, he does not kill it. I can't believe it. Oh, he does get it finally there, but the Colossus stayed alive a tiny bit longer than it should have. The Raven drops the auto turrets, and Clem is just gonna take the victory. Look at that, man. Look at him. Give me a second. I'm gonna show you a picture of him. So we're gonna make this a Clem day tonight. Gonna be the Clem night. I have pictures of Clem, of course. I'm a fanboy and a content creator. Gonna quickly draft something together here. God. Right. I mean, look at this man's face. Oops. We're gonna be in game very soon here. Shit. Okay, we're gonna go into game first, but then I have the face of Clem and the face of you and everybody and who wants to see him, because man, this guy's just overpowered. In the top right we have MaxPax, the guy that makes usually Protoss look overpowered. In the bottom left we have Clem, making everything look overpowered, like himself overpowered at this stage today here, as of yet. Can MaxPax do something against Clem? It's an insane thing to say, but honestly, at this point it feels like it's just too much. It's just too much to handle. If Clem just keeps up that pace, keeps up that cleanness, I guess, yeah. Just keeps on being as clean as he is, keeps up the pace and just keeps up the efficiency. What is there to do? As an honest Protoss player, a non-ape, one of the forefront of your race, what could you do possibly against this guy that just makes everything look so broken? It's like we're seeing like Alpha Star 2.0 play, right? And everybody else is still used to play against 1.0, but 2.0 just brings a whole different level. And that's what we're kind of seeing here. He does everything just better. And that's some nice harassment, but still, is it gonna be enough? Can he do something with this? I don't think so. He tried to do something, but Clem was like swiftly controlling his SCV. He's like, yeah, come at me, bro, man. I'm gonna fight you. Adept on the way, the Marine is scouting a little bit. We do have the command center, of course. Probe is a total bully. Of course, all of the probes are. That's why we like them being blown up by Widow Mines or get roasted by Hellions. Or just get massacred by Stimp Marines. Even the Protoss players like that sight. I was just checking the other day through my email, and I had like tons of interfaces. Oh, I just found another logos file. Need to check that out. I'm always looking for old logos files if I have like old player pictures or something to get for my thumbnails. But yeah. So, MaxPax is posing with the double adept, and this is something he likes to do. One shade for scouting. It's constant scouting, but only one shade vision. So it's not a threat. And Clem knows this. I'm wondering why he's pulling back so much. But this is a non-threat shade. It's a I want to see what is reinforcing shade. And it's annoying. It's ultra annoying. Having them disjointed like this, just... look at this. It's disrupting the flow of the Terran production. That's how annoying this is. And it's still getting intel. Now he even gets a Hellion. Oh, the Hellion stays alive. Clem is gonna repair that instantly, man. That was such a fast repair. And we do have the medevac with the Widow Mines across the map. Quick pull here by MaxPax is gonna evacuate them. Oh, he loses a Stalker and a probe. That's a good... or two probes even. That's a good kill. And in the meantime, the shading adepts are in trouble. We see this guy shaded into the wrong... like, things are falling apart a little bit here for MaxPax again. He tried to kill the medevac, didn't work out. Now he's gonna potentially lose a couple of adepts to just some Marines. I mean, you still need to micro this. There's Clem here, and we see that Clem indeed does not have the intention of following those guys. There's the medevac. I hope he repairs this. He did repair the Hellions, so I have high hopes. But the War Prism is going across, the War Stalker group is there. The Warbins are ready, the Blink is here and fresh. The third base is hot on the take. Look at that, repairing up the medevac. Blink Aggression, name of the game. No tank as of yet here in position. You have the first one popping out, coming down low ground. Maybe a little bit too ambitious here. The bunker is not being repaired. And the bunker is going to be broken. And one SCV is going to throw down a supply depot in retaliation here. We lost the bunker, we need a supply depot. Of course, that's how it is in Terran world. MaxPax is going to find Stim. But in the meantime, again, another... this is an auto turret. Did drop there, kill a couple probes only. It's not many, but we're already looking at a lead, worker lead here for Clem. Starting up his third CC. Of course, third already done here for MaxPax. Temple Archives about to be done. This is gonna be something finally here for MaxPax to work with. I mean, Colossus are nice and all, but if you can get high Templars with Storms, it feels like just so much more valuable. Can he get a sentry here? No, it's not gonna work out. Good pull away by Mr. Pax. Storm instantly on the way. Love to see this. Already warping in a couple of Templars for some extra energy gathering. And also could potentially feedback. And what is Clem doing? He has been the defender so far. He has been building up an army, and he actually has an army. He has a real army. And this is time for him to get across the map. He's still missing a few crucial upgrades, but they're all about to finish up. Combat shields just finished up right now. +1 is about to finish up. Concussive shell's about to finish up. Everything is about to be there to make this a fully fleshed out bio army. And on the other side of the Protoss, we're only gonna get charge for this, Storm for this fight, but that might just be enough. He's gonna snipe a Widow Mine. Tank's sieging up though. That's a little bit of a mistake there. I think he wanted to go back macro a little bit. Maybe it's a fake push out. There's a lot of potential behind this, but he of course needs to be careful because he doesn't know the actual form of AoE. He didn't scout it, so he thinks probably it's gonna be Colossi. He doesn't know it though. And he sees this Zealot does not have charge yet, so this is probably making him doubt that it is Colossi. With Colossi, you would have already gotten charged a little bit earlier. That means MaxPax must have rushed out anything that costs gas, that is AoE. Well, the only thing that makes sense is Storm, right? So Clem should already kind of be able to deduct that this is what happens. Oh, they're not pulled! Oh, it's so much damage! 8! Just like that. He's going into the Ghost Academy now, but it's not here yet, and the push is starting from MaxPax. Maybe it's just too much bio. Very Marauder heavy at this point. We do have a flank of Zealots waiting to push into the space, but there's already a bunch of Marines waiting as well. Archon getting hit by a Widow Mine. That's a lot of damage, depleting very fast, but look at those storms, man. It's raining. And it's raining thunder. Can Clem make this work? His army is super low. If the Stalkers start to connect to this, the Zealots start to connect to this, it's gonna fall apart super quickly. We still have a few reinforcements here. In that third base, they were standing there. They're trying to go in on those High Templars. One High Templar, 2 energy away from Storm. The other one Storm is gonna hit now. Can he... Ah! That was a big one. That was a big one. That's gonna swing this battle all the way back here in favor of MaxPax. That was a very big one. Oof. Now this Raven also is a big one. 10 kills, throwing down another auditor yet here into the main base. Gonna get another bunch of probes. No pull here on MaxPax. Was selecting the probes, but he's like, all right, we need to engage. We need to focus on the fight here. And he's bleeding probes behind this. He's making another nexus, but he's sitting at 50 workers. Clem is out macroing. He is out producing. He's out mining. He's not out. Oh, he's even out trading. Look at that. So yeah, he needs to be careful though. He needs to get this army healed up. He cannot just bleed out the units here in the retreat. Widow Mines burrowing here, but nice focus from MaxPax. He's gonna eat 1 hit there, but there we go. Warp Prism is here. Finally, the first 3 ghosts are gonna be able to join the fray here, but not for this. Oh, there's one already. Excuse me, there's one already. We do have an EMP, ladies and gentlemen. Where's it gonna hit? EMP on that freaking Warp Prism. No, he's not gonna use it. He's waiting for those Templars. Oh, I guess he did use it on the Archons now. But this might just be a little bit too much here. MaxPax looking poised to take this game. We do have a Marine shooting at this. We do have the Raven still hovering over there. This base though, if this falls, it's gonna be Clem that's gonna fall here. Because he cannot lose this base. Oh, but he's starting to kill most of these Stalkers. And if it's only Zealots, eventually you're just gonna be able to outtrade this. MaxPax GGing here! Saying like, I was too many workers behind. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean... it's just too much, man, Clem. Just doesn't make any sense. We can have this. Yeah. I'm gonna show you how Clem is looking right now. He's gonna be so happy that he actually doesn't look happy anymore. That's what we're looking right now. He's looking at this, he's like, should I play Protoss? Does this help him? Can we make this a little bit more entertaining? That's exactly what we're looking right now at. Clem being up 2-0. The Protoss stomps my army and it's overpowered, but it's still not strong enough. Now we're going into the next map here. Can Clem finish it off, or can MaxPax finally balance out the issue here? I mean, he is not playing as clean as we're kind of used to see from him, to be honest. We've seen a few sloppiness. I mean, losing, what, almost 20 SCVs to one Raven over the course of, like, minutes? That's not something we see from MaxPax. Usually he's on top of things like that. He's making those... like, look stupid, right? He's making a couple Stalkers, one High Templar, feedback, bam, there we go, snap the Raven. Something like that. MaxPax, by the way. And usually it looks kind of stupid from the Terran to approach something like that. But this was a ticket for Clem to win the game. He almost broke Clem, but Clem had like 20 SCVs that were never remade from MaxPax in the belly of that Raven. And it's like stupid to say, but that's what happened in that last game. He was pressuring MaxPax in that army fight so much that MaxPax just did not have the freedom to be able to adjust at home and keep that Raven at bay. And in the end, I mean, Clem, he had that leeway to himself. He was playing against Storm, and he was eating a bunch of those. Man, that didn't look good for MaxPax, to be honest. Clem just made that. I mean, he didn't make it look easy, but he made it look like he's never gonna be broken. It was super close though. Now you say the probe is a bully, but in the end the SCV is actually the bully. He even wanted to go with the probe to block the next Nexus spot. Now he's just gonna go scout confirm and he's gonna insta cancel. Not yet. There you go. Oh! MaxPax probe kills an SCV. This is a foreshadowing of this map. Can he break Clem as well? But like, let's come back to the early adepts, right? You've seen how Clem utilizes those, and you've seen how MaxPax utilizes those. While Clem was shading out and then walking in to try and trade aggressively against anything he finds, MaxPax was just using them for vision. He was kind of holding a position in front of the enemy, and he was trying to constantly scout with those. So it was a clear difference in usage of those units. And I feel like that's the difference between Clem as a Protoss and all the other Protoss players. Now this time, finally we see a Stargate opening here from MaxPax. I feel like the Stargate opening should prove a little bit more stability here for our Protoss player into the mid game. And I feel like, I mean, you've seen the last game. If we get into a late game, MaxPax definitely has more than what it takes to just outperform Clem there. He's pulling the Phoenix at home. We've seen this more and more with the Phoenix opening, where they're just being kept at home to try and make this as disguised as possible. And Cyclone is gonna be nice against Phoenixes. But Hellions coming in for the kill here. Now the Phoenix are gonna lift the first Hellion here, and when he can get one more Hellion, I don't feel like you should be able to run away against this, and that's exactly what's happening here. Now he's down to 2 Hellions. Is he gonna make another Hellion to just have the 3 again? I don't think so. Yeah, third Phoenix joining in here. So one more Hellion or Reaper should die. No. Cyclone Big Brother is here and has his couple of Marines with him. Oh, he wants to get the kill and he's gonna get it. Ooh, that's painful. Again, painful here for MaxPax. A tiny bit of an executional error. I mean, you get a scan for it, which is effectively a mule, which is like 300 minerals, right? So it is a trade nonetheless, but you want to scale these, you want to stack them up, you want to overpower. And if the count is kept low, the overpower, the snowball, it's just not happening. And that means that limits your options. Oh, wait, he was correctly. The reactor tried to go up, but then he was in the correct position, man. Even the reactor being too slow. His name is literally reacting, right? He's reacting to things, but the reaction time is too slow for Clem. Twilight Council on the way, Forge on the way here. We should see charge. But honestly, like playing a non-blink style against Clem. I mean, he has the Phoenix, so it should be okay. But it is scary, if you ask me. If you ever lose those Phoenix, you're gonna be dead. Because then he's gonna fall back into a bunch of drop plays and he's gonna pull you apart. And no engineering bay means no turrets. We're gonna see a half fresh mule sniped here, or half depleted. That's quite nice. Finally cycling coming back here, but this also telegraphs Clem, hey, Phoenix are not at home. So he can come in with his Marines. Stim is finishing up now, and we see a bunch of probes gonna fall here. Gonna kill one more, 7 probes, and he can even trade against the army. One force field is not gonna break the game here. Gonna clear out the zealots. Phoenix finally coming back in, are gonna put pressure on the medevac, and Clem's retreat is being cut off here. Can he get away? I don't think he can. He's gonna try to trade against the Phoenix. I think that's a good move. Now he's gonna get away with most of the army, actually. That was a great snipe here. Very great movement there by Clem. And that's what I say. If you don't play Blink against this guy, even the Phoenix, if they're out of position, it's just so painful. Gonna lose another Phoenix here. And Clem doesn't care that much about these units, but the Phoenix are super expensive. Like in actual cost, the Phoenix isn't that much more expensive. Oh no! Oh, that was some great friendly fire there. But I feel like Clem just gifted him to him. We do have a counterattack, so MaxPax is not out yet. Is he though? Those Widow Mines. Combat Shield's about to finish up. Now reinforcements are gonna get stuck here. So only 3 Marines and 3 medevacs, a bunch of Widow Mines. Finally, MaxPax. I would love to show a picture of MaxPax's face at this point, but it's just not there. MaxPax starting to push us back a little bit. Starting to stabilize. Clem is just chasing this to death. And he will still stay alive, so Clem is not amused here. Clem is not amused, as you can see. Oh, why is the... Oh, because it's not a... It's a JPEG. Okay. Probably not gonna make it in time here. Clem dropping into the main base again. He's dropping into the low ground again. Reinforcements just walking into Zealots warping in here. Finally a counterattack here from MaxPax, but only hitting geysers. He's not micromanaging that army. He does have a War Prism, and he's wreaking havoc here. Finally at Clem's base. Can he destroy the army on the other side of the map? It feels like there's just too many zealots to be handled here. Look at the army supply from Clem. It is mostly medivacs. This is a deceiving army supply, and he's not really mining right now. Look at this guy, man. It's Rambo, but he got ganged up on by those zealots. Now, Widow Mines, can they get the magic connections again? They have been dealing so much damage for Clem. Oh my god, man. It's the day of the Widow Mine. The year of Clem, the day of the Widow Mine. That being said, though, 20 SCVs went down. We're looking at 23 SCVs against 61 probes. He just cancelled it, commands it because he's freaking low on money. He needs to get this back into this game. If MaxPax kills the army, yeah, he does make it happen. Clem is not amused. Clem is not amused, ladies and gentlemen. He's sad. This is a sad Clem at this point. MaxPax gets finally a point on the board after what a game. It looked even like Clem was taking that at any moment, but then MaxPax just had the perfect amount of zealots into the perfect time into the base of Clem there, killing all of that economy. Very well done. I'm gonna add the other one. This is gonna be it. And there we go. Look at this. Finally we can do this. We have it now transparent. This is gonna be the new one. Next map. Persephone. Persephone. Of course. Now, it's like a mirrored map. It's not diagonally mirrored, it's like straight up mirrored. And that's a cool way to mirror maps, in my opinion, because it makes it so that there's a few different ways to play this map. The expansion patterns do actually matter here, and it will make the map so, well, kind of play out in a little bit of a different way. And I really like it. I think we should have more maps like these in the Mapu. No engineering bay block. It's a first in this series. We have seen this 3 times so far. Okay. Yo, Dave, my man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Of course, this might be the very last map. We don't know yet. I might not end the stream yet. Oh, you missed the lobby. Oh, that's a shame. I thought everybody was there. We are looking at something very special tonight, I feel like. Clem playing as insanely good as he is currently. even MaxPax having such a hard time just taking one map. It looked even like Clem was about to win for quite a while there. Like after he lost all of those Phoenix into Widow Mines and stuff like that, oh, I was like, oh my god, Clem has it. And then he kind of, the War Prism with the Zealots into the main base and the Natural, bringing him back into the game. Clem overproducing Medivacs. Kind of just like the perfect moment for MaxPax to strike and extract finally some value. But this game, he's incredibly passive. He's very defensive back at home. He did not get Engineering Bay locked, excuse me, so he has his Nexus where he wants it to be, and he's playing a compact style this time. Only one Adept. Is not across the map. Usually he makes like a double Adept opening and then he does like the shade scouting with the staggered shades. We do have a Reaper come in getting tagged by the probe, but this is distraction. The real drop is happening over here in the main base. We do see the Widow Mine unburrowing again here. There's a second mine. This is so funny. He's like loading in and out so kind of weirdly. There's one Widow Mine still hidden. Oh no! No, MaxPax! Oh, 3. It's not as bad as you thought it would be. Still a good shot though, and he does kill the Widow Mine on the other side. So 3 is all you're gonna get here for Clem. In the end, pretty good defense. 3 is definitely manageable. He does not get the Medivac, he doesn't get the Marines. He does get 2 mines though, and I feel like that's a good spot here for MaxPax still. Immediately throwing down a 3rd base after the defense is done. But he cannot go really across the map. Now he needs to take a step back. He probably needs at least a couple Stalkers on each side. Maybe 3 in total are gonna be enough, and you can move the rest across the map. But this is... I mean, Clem is already pinning MaxPax back at home, kind of, with this. He's averting pressure from himself. And in the meantime, he's not stopping to produce, right? So we are seeing 2 tanks already. 3rd tank is going to be out before the Stalkers are even going to be across the map. So all of that blink pressure that we usually see from MaxPax is not going to happen this game, because there is already 3 tanks and they don't care if you blink in with Stalkers. They're going to shoot them down like nothing. If you have a double connect, I mean, even a little bit aggressive here in this tank position, that might be something that's gonna get sniped. This was seen here by MaxPax as well. It's gonna reposition the Observer. There's a Raven out to maybe hunt the Observer down. It comes down to it. Clem is gonna be very happy if he gets that one. A bunch of gateways going down here. A Robo Bay on the way as well. And Charge is about to finish up. MaxPax just posturing in front of the base, waiting for a move out, try to hit that as hard as he can and kind of monitor that as well. Excuse me. Oh, excuse my wife. Charge is finishing up. This is ultra passive. Look at this. That's the trade that has been going on so far. Literally nothing has happened. Stalemate. If you can get the Raven, this is where you want to put the Raven on follow of a tank, so it does not get ahead of the pack. Oh, if he could find that War Prism, he's going into the right direction, but the timing is just impeccable from MaxPax, as always. He's gonna be in the base when there's nothing, and that's something that Clem likes to do. He just brings out all units into aggression, and MaxPax likes to exploit this, and this is the way he won last game. Maybe he can do it again. Clem's already bleeding a bunch of Zealots, sorry, a bunch of SCVs here to those Zealots, as you can see, and he's not mining in the meantime. The Raven about to go down. He is going to drop another couple of auto turrets though. He's chasing down this Colossus like it's nothing. He doesn't care about the army, man. MaxPax is just walking away, but he's not walking fast enough. Crazy stuff here from Clem. Is gonna kill off a gateway that even cancels one of the warpins. It was one of the late warpins there. And if you can get the robo, oh, that's a good set of force fields here to try and break this army. But in the end, I mean, the reinforcements are eventually gonna go across them. Oh, he's pulling back. He's pulling back. Clem is pulling back, ladies and gentlemen. Clem is pulling back. He's pulling back. He's not amused with the situation. He wants to stabilize first. He wants to get rid of that warp prism. He's hunting it now with the Marines. He has good star senses, but he's just not finding it. He's kind of in the correct area, but oh, this could be a tell. He sees the zealots now coming in from that angle. He's still not gonna find it though. He will defend those zealots and he will break the wall. He does have the reinforcements finally with his army. He did defend now at home, but the warp prism's still out there. MaxPax did just lose the cybernetics because it's only zealots for him and Colossi. No more stalkers, no more sentries. Like the clutch sentry earlier with that force field. Now the warp prism is finally in vision here. He's trying so hard to hunt that one down. Clem has a guarding army at every entrance, but he needed to fall back. The warp prism is gonna get recalled. And Clem is having enough of this. He needs Vikings anyways against those Colossi, but I would love him to just set a Viking here and a Viking over here on patrol and just leave it to them to defend against the warp prism, you know? If you want to have that supply efficiency, make a few turrets. And then you can also just push the prism out. Oh, he's finding the prism with the Marines. Can he get it? He does not get the snipe. Oh, he's trying to be so greedy. And in the end, the medevac gets punished. But now he knows the angle the warp prism tried to come in from. But this army, it's not growing that powerful right now. The upgrades are actually very slow. Those Widow Mines are in vision, so they're not gonna have the major hits that he was hoping for. MaxPax is playing a very good game. He's gonna lose a couple of Stalkers here though on the retreat. He does have a weird pylon in a very interesting location. I wonder if it speeds up the warp-ins. I don't think so. Just lose an Observer here, but that's on Clem, because he's so good. And Clem is starting to set up traps for those warp prisms. He should probably get some Drilling Claws here. Making so many Widow Mines, I feel like Drilling Claws is gonna be an annoying thing to deal with for MaxPax. Would be. A good set of force fields, gonna snipe a few of those Marauders. There was actually like 4 or 5 Marauders. Pretty big deal. But man, things are falling apart again here. How is he always killing those armies so crazy? Now, Base's landing needs to immediately lift here. It's not gonna transform into planetary yet. This mine is not gonna hit the warp prism. But 2 Vikings pop in the correct moment, but they're walking away. They're rallied away. No, Clem. What a shame. So a big warp in is gonna go down here into the main base. Now the Vikings are coming. Come on, just kill it already. He's not gonna do so. The warp prism is gonna fly out again. It's gonna set up in a location where it's gonna be safe for now. And still zealots in that natural base, and it feels like Clem is starting to fall apart. Finally, MaxPax seems to have found the recipe to get rid of this man. And he's gonna run over the space, and MaxPax is gonna take the game, and Clem is not amused, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, Dave, thank you so much for the sub, by the way. Very much appreciated. And this is gonna be the last map. It's gonna be Talisman. That's a cool map for the finishing one. Isle of Zerg. He uploaded this one. That's... I guess it's Patches. Patches account over here. I wonder though. But yeah, this map, of course, made by Patches, the map maker, also a It's a lower GM player, but he's basically GM. On an A with Taran. Very aggressive dude. And yeah, he has a few cool ideas on this map, and he kind of all put them into this one. And I feel like this one really turned out extremely nice. It's one of the better maps we've always had in StarCraft, in my opinion. Definitely very cool to see here. Now, who's this gonna favor though? I feel like the unconventional maps are probably gonna be a little bit better for MaxPax. But we'll have to wait and see. It literally comes down to engagements between these two. Now, in the top right, we have MaxPax. In the bottom left, it is Clem. Now, the first question is gonna be, which bases are those players gonna take as a natural? The actual natural or the gold half gold open base? Hard to defend against super early pressure. And one thing about this map is it's hard to deny a scout into your main base, because you can utilize this mineral only path or worker only path, and you will always be able to get through a wall or past a wall. Now Clem is starting to mine this out already, so he wants to take this base. Is my take on this. MaxPax will be able to see this. Oh, no. He goes for the harassment, so he does not find this. And he's gonna get boxed in here. Clem does box him in first, then he's gonna hit the probe. And now MaxPax, now he sees it. Now he sees the guy working. Is he gonna mine one mineral? I mean, he's not actually boxed in because he can always leave through this pathway. MaxPax, by the way, did go for the normal blue base. So if Clem gets this half gold up, he's gonna have a little bit of an income lead. I wonder why he made that supply depot like he did. I mean, it was impossible to trap the probe anyways. Just gonna go for this jump up point here. We'll find an adept, immediately turn it around. But he did see that there is no base. We'll find the adept again, and he will kill it! Because he's Clem. Oh, he gets away. So Reaper Hellion aggression here from our liquid player, and Upsized player on the other end, just going into his regular blink style, it seems. But honestly, I'm thinking like the Phoenix, even though they didn't look like they did that much, it feels like the strategy overall did help MaxPax win those games. And when he was playing the straight up blink styles, he just kept on losing. So this is a mistake. Clem is waiting with the Hellions in front. He's bringing in the Reapers first. There's nothing in the main base. 3 Reapers, man. They two-shot probes, as you can see here. He does find the Hellions, so the Hellions do not move in. The Reapers are being heavily microed at this point. He does lose the first Reaper. He only has 1 Hellion left. He's gonna go into the natural with the 1 Hellion, maybe. Maybe he's gonna keep him just around for now and keep him as a scouting stick or something. This is more about the night mining time. Oh man, that Stalker didn't fly correctly. That's a weird wall. Can this ever work? I mean, yeah, you can wall this, but then you kind of also need to wall this, so you can wall against workers and stuff like that. Clem is walling this, man, that's crazy. It's all afraid against adepts or DTs. Wants to keep those guys out. And it's gonna be okay against Zealots as well, I guess. But it's gonna be strong against himself right now. Cutting himself off. The tank, I feel like you kind of want to push here. And it's also a cool position, but it does not cover this ramp, so honestly, like, having it here would be my favorite. Clem clearly has like an idea how he wants to play this map. That's good to see. Oh, nice quick evacuation, but he will lose a stalker. Now the Hellion tried to come in here and kill some probes, but that didn't work out. But he got a good follow-up scout here. If we take a look at the vision, we see everything has been seen. There are no secrets to Master Clement. He also did see this probe, or I think he even killed it earlier, the first time, so he knows that the third base was attempted and at what position. That should be an easy guess there. Now, he's gonna lose a depot over here. And is gonna get healed up. He's again trying to just kill a depot. Now, killing depots is interesting, and dropping supply on them on top even more. It's not a high value target at first, right? It's only a depot. But if you drop supply, it becomes a high value target, but it does heal it up for once, right? But then afterwards it's a high value target because it's it's basically a mule on top of a supply depot. And it's double the supply, so yeah. It's a very interesting concept we see here more and more. With that healing power. I have to say I really like it. Now charge is just finished up here. We're looking at the gateway explosion right now. 5 extra gates coming on, +1 is being chrono boosted. And another pylon on the way here. Finally, this is what I was looking for, the robotics bay coming up. And he's making a few immortals. Now Clem again is playing this extremely defensive, just sitting back, trying to macro out. And yeah, macro out the perfect army to just break his opponent. But I feel like it's about time for Clem to fall apart again. Oh god, that tank. I can't unsee this. The Raven is not gonna get sniped here. Clem is just expanding in a line towards his opponent. But this is the issue, ladies and gentlemen. The warp prism. The prism of warps. Clem doesn't like it, and MaxPax is a fan. It's dishing out a bunch of damage here. Indirectly, of course, but yeah. The third base again, another half gold base here for Clem. Clem's mining is starting to outgrow the one from MaxPax. Man, this tank rally needs to stop. He needs to get another supply depot down here. He's gonna lose a tank to a Zealot. God, almost. He does drop. And we do see a recall. It's not on the prism, it's on the stalkers. Few Zealots gathering up for a run by. There's no bunker. There's a bunker, but it's not filled up. These depots are raised. Sorry, lowered. So the Vikings do dodge that War Prism, so they are not gonna find it. The War Prism is gonna be very happy and healthy. And MaxPax is trying to expand into this direction still. He's not going into the north Which feels a little bit odd to me, but man, I guess he just wants to really play this game. Like, grow into Clem where Clem grows into him. Now finally the Viking is gonna snap the prism together with that, what is it called? The Cyclone. We do see a little bit of a push here from MaxPax, but this is where the army from Clem is already sieged up. I'm not sure if this is actually the moment where you want to engage into the Terran army. You're gonna lose a few Colossus here. He's gonna lose one to the north, he's gonna lose one to the south, and he's gonna lose the third one as well. He does break most of the army and he has a bunch of zealots left, but reinforcements are here. A few Widow Mines are gonna save the day. 13 SCVs did fall, but I mean, Clem already had enough SCVs. He's gonna lose a few of this drop, unfortunately, which was F2'd back into the action as well. But Clem is not gonna be broken, not even close to be broken, and MaxPax is having trouble. He lost most of his expensive army, and yeah, whenever he's in trouble, if you wanna have a tick about MaxPax, oh, please pick it up. There we go. Whenever he's in trouble, he will go into a Dark Shrine. That's definitely his tick. If you would play poker against him and he falls behind, he will throw up a Dark Shrine next card. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, the mass micro. So he's gonna stop microing this because he needs to micro at home. He needs to micro the big army fight. And we're gonna see DTs coming in very soon here. The Vikings are not being microed as well. Oh, I guess he killed the Colossi, but they took their sweet time. He's gonna lose the command center. That's a big deal here. Very good kill there on these zealots. And Clem feels like just like a Swiss cheese. He has just too many holes to pluck right now. And MaxPax is the freaking milk that's coming into those holes. Sometimes it's just nice to watch these play. I don't even need to commentate. Just let the engage speak for itself. Crazy, even the Widow Mine getting in on the action. He's throwing down a turret, but it's already too late. The army is getting caught a little bit here as well. Can MaxPax potentially win this game? Widow Mine in the front as well. Oh, he wants to kill that high value depot. And we do have the engage again here on the big army. I feel like you kind of want to go into Drilling Claws here. I think Drilling Claws is a good upgrade. He's gonna kill those. Oh, those guys are not mining. They're like on strike. Clem's income definitely plummeting here. He needs to get up another base. He does have the command center finished and he's floating it right now into the bottom right. But he needs to stabilize and MaxPax is not gonna give him the time right now. All of these CTs, I guess he killed one with workers. But they actually traded a lot of time again here on MaxPax. And yeah, Clem paid with units and time and everything. Those Colossus. You just keep on kind of dancing on the edge here of the Terran army. Just being able to hit those and pressure these bases. The zealots from earlier there. Oh no, the zealots already been dealt with. Maybe it was only one. Now the Colossus are starting to fall apart. This is always the scary moment where it's just so difficult for MaxPax to engage. And the Colossus starting to fall apart. Now finally the second Colossus coming in again here, but ooh! Good Widow Mine shots on top of those zealots. Nice EMP here on top of all of that army. But is the army from Clem already too low? Another big flank of zealots coming in here. Clem is starting to pick MaxPax apart, but if he loses this army, it's so low. If he loses this army, I mean, that's all she wrote. Now if Clem can... Oh, he blocks his own expansion with a Widow Mine. That's kind of crazy. Oh, the Widow Mines! Oh boy, that was the connection he was looking for. He does get it. It was not the best he could have hoped for, but he does throw down a scan. He sees, like, you're not that far ahead, actually. You are pouring all of your soul into this attack. So if I can just get one leg up, if I can stabilize, and if I can just continue on mining and trading like we are, then I'm not gonna lose. And this is the leg up he's looking for. 3 Marines coming in for a snipe on those probes, for a distraction. Meanwhile, Widow Mines again deleting the zealots from the map. Can he kill the space? I think the answer is yes. He's focusing on the nexus. The recall is not gonna happen, and all of these probes are also trapped. He does lose both the base and the probes. He's gonna EMP the probes here. Now the zealots are coming in for the defense. Another Widow Mine is gonna connect here very nicely. We do have one more Widow Mine, but all of these Widow Mines, imagine they would have drilling claws. They would be permanently invisible here in this retreat. Would have gotten another chance at shooting on those. Now this was a high value pick from Clem, and if he can just stabilize in this fight and not lose the army, he will win this game and this series. It's a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. It went down to the wire 2-2, but MaxPax is done. Clem takes this game. Whoa. Clem. Banzai Clem. What a finish to the series. Crazy.